Welcome to Everyday English Practice channel. I would be happy if you subscribe to our channel. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to practice English pronunciation with minimal effort. I know, pronunciation can seem difficult at times, but don't worry. You don't need to spend hours every day to make progress. In fact, you can practice effectively without putting in a lot of time. With just a few simple techniques, you'll be able to improve your pronunciation little by little, and with regular practice, you'll hear a big difference. Let's break it down into easy steps that will help you sound more natural when speaking English. Step 1. Listen to native speakers. The first step is one of the most important, listening to native English speakers. This step may sound simple, but it's actually a very powerful tool. By listening, you will start to pick up the rhythm, intonation, and sound patterns of native English. You don't need to understand every word they say. Focus on how they say the words. Notice how their voice rises and falls, how they stress certain syllables, and how they make the sounds. This is called intonation, and it plays a huge part in making you sound like a natural English speaker. Here's what you can do. Find a short video, podcast, or even a song in English. Choose something that interests you so you'll enjoy the process. Then, listen to it carefully. You can even play the same audio over and over, repeating the words after each listening. It's like training your brain to recognize the sounds. For example, if you're listening to a podcast, listen to the speaker's voice closely. Try to copy how they pronounce the words. When you repeat the words after them, it will help your mouth get used to the sounds, and over time, you'll be able to say the words more easily and naturally. Step 2. Focus on common sounds. Now, let's talk about sounds. English has some sounds that might be new or difficult for you, depending on your native language. For example, the th sound in words like think and this. Many languages don't have this sound, so it's very important to practice it. To make that th sound correctly, place the tip of your tongue gently between your teeth and push air out. For the word think, the th sound is followed by the I sound. So, the sound comes out like this, theta k. If this is difficult at first, don't worry. It takes practice, and it will get easier the more you try it. Another example is the vowel sound in the word ship compared to sheep. In ship, the I sound is short, like in the word bit. In sheep, the vowel sound is longer, like in the word beat. Try to say these words slowly, paying attention to the small differences in how your mouth moves and the sounds you make. In the beginning, it might feel a little strange or difficult, but with practice, you'll notice that your tongue and mouth become more familiar with these sounds. Over time, they will become more natural, and you'll speak with greater confidence. Step 3. Record yourself. One of the most helpful ways to track your progress is by recording yourself. Many people feel nervous about hearing their own voice, but it's a very useful tool when learning pronunciation. By recording your voice, you can listen to yourself and compare your pronunciation with native speakers. For this, you don't need any fancy equipment. Your phone is enough. Try reading a short passage out loud and record yourself. Afterward, listen to your recording carefully. Are there any sounds that you're pronouncing differently from native speakers? Are there words that are hard to pronounce? After comparing, try to correct the mistakes by practicing the sound or word again. Record yourself saying the word correctly, and then compare again. This process will help you improve quickly and notice patterns in your speech. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect, it's about improvement. Don't be too hard on yourself. Every time you practice, you'll get a little better. The important thing is consistency. Step 4. Slow down and practice regularly. Another tip for better pronunciation is to slow down when you speak. Often, people rush through their words because they want to speak quickly, but when you speak too fast, your pronunciation can suffer. By speaking slowly, you give yourself time to focus on each sound and word. You can think about the correct pronunciation of each sound as you say it. For example, say the word apple slowly, and focus on the A sound and the P sounds. Once you get comfortable with the slower pace, you can gradually increase your speed. Regular practice is also essential. It's better to practice for 10 minutes every day than to practice for an hour once a week. If you make a habit of practicing every day, you'll see improvement more quickly. Try to set aside a few minutes each day to practice speaking. Even if you're busy, you can find time to practice, such as during your lunch break, while you're cooking, or when you're walking. Consistency is key. Step 5. Mimic movies or TV shows. Mimicking is a fun way to practice your pronunciation. You can watch movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos in English and mimic the actors or hosts. Choose a short scene that interests you, and play it a few times. Pause the video after a sentence or phrase, and then repeat exactly what you heard. Try to copy the actor's accent, tone, rhythm, and even their gestures. For example, if you're watching a scene from a movie, you can pause and repeat each line, paying attention to how the character says certain words. You can repeat it several times to make sure you're matching their pronunciation and rhythm as closely as possible. This exercise is great because it helps you practice pronunciation in a natural, real-life context. You'll also learn how native speakers use stress and intonation in everyday speech. Step 6. Use minimal pairs. Minimal pairs are pairs of words that sound very similar but have different meanings. For example, bit and beat, or ship and sheep. The only difference between these words is the sound of a single vowel or consonant. Practicing minimal pairs will help you hear the difference in sounds more clearly and teach your mouth to produce those sounds more accurately. You can create your own minimal pairs by choosing words that you often confuse or mispronounce. Write down pairs of words like pat and bat, or sit and set. Say these words out loud, focusing on the small differences between them. Practicing minimal pairs helps your brain recognize the subtle differences in sounds and will help you improve your accuracy. You can even practice this by recording yourself and comparing your pronunciation with that of native speakers. Step 7. Relax and have fun. Finally, one of the most important things to remember is to relax and have fun with the process. Language learning, including pronunciation, doesn't have to be stressful. If you make mistakes, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes when learning something new. The key is to enjoy the process and keep practicing. Try to find ways to make your pronunciation practice fun. You can practice by singing along to English songs, watching your favorite TV shows, or chatting with friends in English. The more you enjoy the process, the easier it will be to keep practicing and improving. To summarize, here are the simple steps to improve your English pronunciation with minimal effort. 1. Listen to native speakers. Focus on how they say words and repeat after them. 2. Focus on common sounds. Practice difficult sounds like the th sound. 3. Record yourself. Listen to your pronunciation and compare with native speakers. 4. Speak slowly and practice regularly. Consistency is key to progress. 5. Mimic movies and TV shows. Copy actors' pronunciation and intonation. 6. Practice minimal pairs. Focus on small differences in similar words. 7. Relax and have fun. Enjoy the process and don't stress about mistakes. Remember, the key is consistency. Keep practicing, and you will improve over time. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your English practice.